Okay guys, this is Zotic635 and you guys may remember long ago I made this one, well not too long ago actually, but you get the point. I made this video over this Santa Claus that I was fixing and I said, hey, I can use diodes to fix it. Okay, forget about that. That was bullshit. After a little bit, the diodes starting overheating and shit, and I was like, oh, you know what, fuck it. So I made a lot of adjustments to it to see if I could get it to get up and everything. Still no avail. So as of now, I found another really good way, actually, a really good way of getting this thing to work. So these, of course, or any motor that changes directions usually has two signals, one for forward and one for reverse. And of course, they are, I'm believing, I'm not too sure, they are both given by the microchip that's underneath the black blob. So here's where the thing goes into play. What I basically did, you guys can see this hole over there. Let me point it with something. This is the signal for the, I call it the pants up signal, because it's the signal that the Santa Claus uses to, retract, to go up, and that's it. But what I ended up doing instead, and this doesn't fry it nor anything, you're basically just powering two different signals. I hooked it up to this signal. This signal is the reverse of the base. I'm making it do the exact same thing as I said before, but without diodes. In this case, I'm just putting, putting one transistor circuit to the signal that's used for another thing. So that's a really good use of that signal. So I can actually make it run right now, and I'll make it a demo in a little bit. But as I said, basically for, a little bit of for people who don't know, usually these animatronics that have motors that go back and forth have two signals, and at the same time, they have two transistors per polarity. They have one 8550 and an 8050. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you wanted to, you could actually transform, a mechanism that has, or something that has a two signals, two different motors into a one motor circuit. And again, here comes the reason why. Let's put this into play for a second. You guys remember Big Mouth Billy Bass, and you guys know that I have Billy the Bass, which is the smaller version that has one motor instead of two in the body and everything. With this, you could actually turn it into a one motor version. You could actually power one single motor that's going to go both forward and reverse, and you could actually adapt it to any fish that you want that could use one motor. And again, it all has to do with these four transistors over here. I think this is an 8550, I think this is 8050, and of course these two are vice versa. So let me just check super quick. Okay, this is 8050, this is 8550, this one must be 85. No, 8050, and this other one definitely an 8550. Right there. As I said, these have a very specific way which I haven't really bothered in making a diagram of yet, but they have a specific way of being connected. Once they are connected like that with two signals, you can go either forward or backward on a motor. You can, invert the polarity, and that's why it has 8. It has 9 in total, because it has one for the either the button or the motion sensor. But other than that, it has these 4, which are for the pent function. What I call it, the pent function, the Santa Claus just bending down. And then it has these other 4, which are for the base spinning function. Right after that, again, we have this transistor, which has nothing to do. Let's see if this can focus. Which is completely a different one. And as I said, this must be for button or sensor. Yep, this is actually for button. This is the button. No, the motion sensor, sorry. That's for the motion sensor. Right there. So now we're going to go with a demo. Hopefully I didn't put my hand over the microphone, but here we go. base turns, goes down, and now both things retract together. Now again, I'm trying to look for a way, maybe I could put a relay or something and, you know, take 2 extra wires to disable the signal once the, because if you disable this specific signal, it's just gonna go down, and that's everything I want the thing to do. So I could probably put some kind of relay or something, which is going to have it's gonna have to be very well placed, so there's no issues. So whenever this goes all the way up, it, you know, it disables that, and the motor can turn, you know, without any, you know, any other voltage consumption. But yeah, I mean, that's practically it. So after all, I think this Santa Claus will be done for this Christmas. I'm really happy about that. So I'm hoping this doesn't backfire as the other idea, because with the other idea, the Zener diodes overheated. And, you know, it's like, yeah, fucking Zener diodes. This shit has no diodes in it, so, you know, it's useless. But if this was to fry the signal, I would literally just shoot my balls. Because that would be really bad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it was useful for some people. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'm hoping I can show you guys more info about this soon. So thank you for watching.